My uncle bought the house right after he left the Army in the 50s. My grandmother came to live there. When they passed, my sisters started living there. One day they got a letter saying that they were being sued because somebody got hurt on the property. It was a crack. He said he tripped on a crack in the sidewalk. They never met the person, and they thought it was a scam at first, somebody just trying to get paid. And then it was almost a year later, we got legal documents. He was asking for $150,000, much more than the house was worth. That's what really frightened my sisters and myself, that the house could be lost in the case.
Sylvester first came to the clinic in the beginning of 2015. He was on the wrong end of what I would say is a predatory personal injury case. There was a plaintiff that was looking for some money for an injury. He sued multiple houses, not knowing where he fell exactly, and one of the houses that Sylvester was associated with got involved in a lawsuit. This is one of those cases where somebody who put his name out there to help his family got swept into a lawsuit that he had no business being in.
Sylvester's a really good guy and a very family-oriented man, and he was really the victim of no good deed goes unpunished. He didn't live at the house, he doesn't own the house, but he was easily sued and found himself in a situation where it was really hard to get out of.
People are going through systems and they don't understand them, but yet everything's on the line, right? Freedom, being taken away from your families. You realize that it is not meant for people to understand. It is meant to be understood by the professionals. From what I've seen, there isn't a lot of time taken to help people process those things. It's just kind of sign here, sign there, this is the deal, take it, not, and they're not an integral part of the decision making, even though they're the most impacted, right?
But the Bible says it like this: for lack of knowledge, my people are destroyed. They lack the resource of funds or those who have the capability and capacity to do what needs to be done.
If you have the money, you pay your lawyers and then they handle all the headaches. But they prey on people who don't, there's nobody to help them. They're all alone. Elderly people or people who can't afford representation, don't know about representation.
When you have a big firm coming after you for thousands and thousands of dollars, you get nervous and you don't know what to do. And I think other people in his situation who don't have the clinic to fall back on, many times just sort of hunker down and hope it goes away. And if Mr. Whittington did that, he would have had a sizable judgment entered against him.
My sister told me about an appointment she had at the Salvation Army where we could talk to a lawyer. I never even asked her how she found the Salvation Army. I didn't know they even had lawyers that helped people pro bono. But they were a godsend. We felt a whole lot better about it.
We journeyed with him from the summer of 2015 to the end of the summer of 2016, assisting him in navigating this whole process and ultimately helping him get removed from the case.
How in the world am I going to get this money? How in the world am I going to, I don't know where to start. But when someone starts the conversation to deal with going into the issues and going into the concerns that they don't even want to look at, but then finally got the hope or got the courage enough to show up and open their mouth up, and then things start to unravel. They said, well, maybe if I got help here, maybe there's hope over here and over here. And that becomes the spark of hope. Christian Legal Clinic of Philadelphia, along with Salvation Army, I see this as a hope ministry.